Hi, thanks for joining me. Today's project is to fit a bike carrier to the back of the motorhome. So I've chosen the Fiamma carry bike UL only because I didn't need anything special and it looks like it'll do the job. So I've searched everywhere for instructions on finding the best place to mount this. I've even contacted the manufacturer and literally there was no information, there was no assistance. So I think it all comes down to just common sense and trying to find the best locations. Literally what it amounts to is drilling 4 holes through the back of the van to locate the rack onto. So clearly those 4 holes need to be drilled through a substantial part of the back, because if you actually come over here and have a look at the back of the van, what you'll see is when I tap it, see, it's quite solid there, hollow there, hollow there, and then as we go a little bit further up, nice and solid there. So I think the plan is that what we're going to do is we're going to mount the top part there at high level, and then the next thing is, I think probably here. This isn't really going to take very much weight. Most of the weight will be taken from the top. So maybe, I don't know, somewhere about here I reckon I'll put the bottom two. The bottom two will come out inside the garage. So again, I just need to be careful that I need them to be low enough to get here, but preferably not behind this. So let's have a look inside. Right, okay, so the way I've figured out to try and determine where this position is on the inside is what I've done, I've measured from there to here, and then from here the same measurement up, and then I've brought that measurement across, which is there. So there, so that there is the height basically of the underside of the bed. Now if I measure inside up, that will tell me where to drill the holes. So the distance from there to there is 730 mil. So let's go and have a look what it is inside. Okay, so there is 750. Which basically means that this is right on. This is right on the ridge. So unfortunately, the caps are going to be there. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Right, so I think I've got enough tolerance this side, plus or minus a bit, to just drill a very small pilot hole from the inside out, because I know I've got the height this side, whereas the other side I need to be as close up to the top of the cupboard as possible. So I'm going to go inside and just pop a very small hole through so that I can see exactly where it's going to come out this side. Right, so looking at this, I think it's fair to assume that that is exactly down the middle. It looks like it is. So therefore, what we need to do is measure 30mm from that side and 30mm from that side, and then drill the hole as close up to a large extent as possible to the top of there, whilst giving us enough clearance to put the bracket on that goes on this side. So this is the bit that goes on the inside, this is the bit that goes on the outside. So that sits like that, the holes come through, that goes on the inside, and then this is a cosmetic cap that just goes over that. So we do need to add a little bit of clearance for the thickness of that cap, but it's not very much. So we've got a little bit of tolerance there, plus or minus a bit. So what I'm going to aim to do is pop a hole through literally 300mm that side, 300mm that side of centre. So fingers crossed. Right, moment of truth. And I'd say that's me through, so let's go and have a quick look at where we've come out. Fingers crossed. Oh wow, okay. There you go. So now we know we're safe. What we can do now is drill the proper holes through from this side with a bigger drill. No turning back. Now, one of the things that they don't give you in the kit, which they advise that you do use, is some sort of sealant. I always use Sikaflex. You can get this from B&Q. You can also get it from Screwfix, quite cheap. So I always use this whenever I'm doing any work on the body of the van. Okay, so these have got captive heads on these bolts so that you can actually screw them from one side and you don't need somebody the other side holding them. So literally all I'm going to do is poke that through and hopefully come through the other side. Right, I think we'll just use a little bit of Sikaflex. Right, so now that these are nice and tight, let's wipe off the excess sealant with some wet wipes. On the inside, really neat job, really pleased, couldn't have gone better. There you go, final shot. I got a really good price, so all in all this has cost me £175 brand new, ordered online. It arrived next day by FedEx, and there you go, it's all fitted, job done. There you go, hope you enjoyed that, hope you found it useful, and thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll join me on some of the other videos on the channel. Take a look and maybe even subscribe. Thanks for now, bye bye.